Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Cool Ninja 77 here, and welcome back to a part 4 of Worst to First. So we've already went over the 3 worst, and we are starting to get to the baddish, not so bad maps. And this is going to be the controversial one. I can already tell people are going to get heated, and there's going to be a lot of comments from people that might be watching be like, you are so wrong, you are so wrong. Moon is the best map of all time because it has this, this, and this. But let me just tell you, back a few months ago, me and my friend Jake were doing the Moon Easter egg, and it was horrible. But you guys don't care about that story. Maybe I'll get into it as I start ranting on this map, and let's get into it. So, as always, we are going to start off with the pros. There is no remakes, so we're not counting Zombie Chronicles, and this is only Treyarch for the rest of the month. If we start getting to the end of the month, and before we get my streaming back, which at the end of when all these videos are done, I will have streaming back. Maybe I'll get some hype going later, and I'm already getting pretty hyped, and it's about a month away. So, let's get into it before I keep on ranting too long, but let's get into it. So, as always, we start out with the positive and go into the negative. So, let's start off with the pros. First off, pro, we have the wave gun. It's awesome. Like, it pretty much turns the zombies into zombie marshmallows, whatever you want to call them, and then they pop, which is kind of disturbing, but kind of awesome at the same time. Like, who wouldn't love that? Well, people that get gagged, I guess, but whatever. It's an awesome weapon. It's a good wonder weapon, and they can also be split into two zap guns with plenty of ammo, but they're kind of trash, let's be honest. Then we have the QEDs and the Gersh devices, which the Gersh devices were already on Ascension, but we had to add them because they're so awesome. And the QED, which I personally like almost better than the Gersh devices, just for the fact that how cool they are, where they're random pretty much. Kind of like throwing in some more RNG or random number generator into zombies. So it's like, yeah, you could get this weapon, or you could be almost killed, or you could be killed. Who knows? And that's what I like about the QEDs. I also have down the storyline. Excuse me, the storyline is cool to me because it's kind of just insane if you were there, which I wasn't. But you blow up the Earth. Spoiler alert. I should have said that beforehand. But you blow up the Earth. Yeah. Probably one of the best in the storyline we've had to this date since this map when this map was coming out. People could argue for Shang, but I'd beg to differ. Then we have the hacker, which I totally love. But there's cons to it, as you guys will see later. And then the perma perks when you do the Easter egg, which totally makes this horrible, grindy, random number generated Easter egg, this RNG heavy, that you need all this luck, worth it. Because you can get perma perks, which make everything better. Even if you die, you come back up, you have your perks. I even think if you bleed out, don't quote me on this, but if you bleed out, I think you come back with your perks. It's great. It's great. So now, that was all the pros I came up with. Let's get into the cons. First con, and this one is one of the things that really grinds me, the Spaceman. And in Black Ops 3, we're not talking about that. Jason Blundell can be the Spaceman and control you. Like, what the... Treyarch, what were you thinking? Adding the space dude? Which, Okay, first few rounds, no big deal. He has like no health. Round 20, George Romero. It's like trying to kill a George Romero every time you want to get him out of your way. Because if you don't, he's going to steal that jug. I guarantee it. And if you're on Black Ops 3, which we're not talking about, but I'm going to bring it up, and you pop that perk up, he grabs you and grabs the jug, you're done. Either you're going to have to use another perkaholic to get jug back, or you're going to be training without jug. Not a happy day. Now, let's just say, for starters, I already hate crawlers. Not the crawlers like the zombie crawlers, but the Nova 6 crawlers. And in this map, they can teleport. Again, who was thinking that this was a good idea to make teleporting crawlers? Like, these are already my least favorite thing about some maps that I feel like ruin Kino 5 and every map they're in practically. Who thought these were a good idea? Like, what were you thinking? I don't know, and that's why I had to put it on here. The next thing I have is jump pads, which, again, people might be like, oh, I love the jump pads in the Biodome. Well, I hate them, and I'll tell you why I hate them. Because if you have jug, they throw you up, they smack you down, and if you don't land on that one jump pad, you get red screened. If you don't have jug, you die. So pretty much forces you to get PhD or be really, really careful and have to overthink every move while you're going through the Biodome by the doors. That's one thing I hate so much about going in the Biodome, is that I try to go in there early rounds, not paying attention, and oop, round over. Round over. It wouldn't be bad if it just, when you stood on one, it shot you over and bounced you actually across. But no, you have to concentrate when you're getting flung, because it somehow always flings you too far and you have to pull back on the left thumbstick. Ugh. Just thinking about it makes me mad, as you guys can tell. Next, we have the no oxygen, which, this is me just getting complaining at this point, because you're on the moon. There shouldn't be oxygen, let's be honest. But whatever, it is what it is. This goes into the next thing, though, not even the fact that it's just no oxygen, it's just the fact that the excavators. So when I'm using the hacker, there's already limited spots to go because there's like limited oxygen on this map and so many spaces and stuff that have like no oxygen. But then you'd be like, oh, I'm so happy, I just got the hacker, I'm going for a high round attempt, and I'm going to be training in the Biodome so I can use the hacker and I can breathe oxygen and hack those power-ups and get max ammos. And so I could just potentially have infinite wave gun ammo. Right? Wrong. If you don't have your headsets on for this, or your TV volume up, which some of you might play this at night, so you can't do that, yeah, you're going to die by an excavator. Either it being in Tunnel 7, Tunnel 11, and you're just running into it and getting ground up into pieces, or you're in the Biodome training and you run out of oxygen, forcing you. This might be the worst part about this whole map in general. Area 51. Now this might have been grabbed all your people's all your attention, and you're like, no, Area 51 is great. I love doing Area 51 challenges. That is how I learned to train the best. Well, calm down, please, because not just Area 51. I am talking about the Jug, Speed, and Pack-a-Punch. So let's say I spawn in. Let's say little Johnny here goes and spawns in, and it's Jug. Okay, well, don't think much of it. And I go through the rounds, get to about round 6, 7, get enough points that I can muster to go get Jug. I go grab Juggernog. I mixed this up, sorry, let's back up. So I go get in the teleporter, teleport back, expecting to go get Juggernog, and it's Speed. So, me, teleport back, go back, and just wait. And wait. So either in this waiting time, you could be smart and keep one zombie, but Little Jimmy gets bored. Either by mistake he kills the zombie somehow respawns, something like this, and zombie dies, and Jimmy is left on round 8, no Jug, limited ammo because he saved up all his money for Jug, and now he dead. And either he lost the quick revive, which can be crucial if you're going for high rounds, or you just thing that might bug me the most. And then we have the biodome, and I think I put this on the script because it's, as you guys can see in the background, it's bland. Does that really look like a biodome? Now they improved this in BO3, but that we're not talking about BO3. Like, does this look like a biodome to you? This looks like a piece of trash to me. Like, trash. Like, absolute trash. Like, what is that? Oh, that's a rock? Is the whole thing made out of dirt? Because I thought it was a biodome and there's supposed to be a lot of greenery. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they were going for a whole dirt-themed vibe, and that's why the whole map can even be gray. The whole map is gray. I forgot to put that on this, but literally the whole map is gray, and it suffers from the same problem that Nock does. Gray, bland boringness. And that's one of the reasons I appreciate Shadows of Evil so much. Dreisendrach, Die Rise, all these maps, I appreciate the colors. Even if Dreisendrach is only like blue and white because it's very snow and stuff like that, it still has more colors than gray. And that is one of the reasons I hate Moon. The Easter eggs screwed us so many times, and these are just some of the reasons. I think mainly it's just because I hate this map, and that's why I hate the Easter egg. That's what's getting in between me and this map. Let me just say that the rounds are also incredibly slow if you're trying to go for a high round attempt. And I almost never make it past round 20 because I quit the map after 20 rounds because I'm like, I'm good, I could care less. It's just boring at that point, and that is what I have against Moon. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, might as well hit that subscribe button because you watch quite a bit of content. And if you did enjoy and agree with some of my topics, please hit that like button because it really does help. And if you didn't, hit the dislike. I'll see what the ratings were, and I bet this one might have a lot of dislikes. But thank you guys for watching. And other than that, guys, I will see you in the next